Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk MS. As I said last week, I'm currently on a treatment for multiple sclerosis called Aubagio. I've been on it for over a year and it's a one-a-day pill. But I also said that I am doing some all-natural things for my MS. So I will talk a little bit about that today. There are a lot of people living with MS who don't take any sort of treatment, who do things through diet and exercise to try and help prevent relapses and progression. And it actually does work for some people. And that's why I decided to do both. I figured whatever I can do to keep my body healthy and prevent me from having any progression is the route that I want to go. So I thought I would share that with you today. So, the first thing I started doing when I was diagnosed was taking a vitamin D supplement. If you remember in the episode where I talked about what multiple sclerosis is and what it does to the body, I had mentioned that really the only thing they know about MS and how it can affect those of us living with it is lack of vitamin D. So I knew it was really important to start taking supplementation. So I take 4,000 units of vitamin D each day. Some people with MS take 8 to 10,000. I guess it really just depends on, if you're male or female and your height and weight, how much you really need. My specialist was happy with me taking 4, so I've been doing that for the last year and a bit. I also take high levels of omega-3 fish oil every day. Omega-3 is really good for your brain, and because MS does affect the brain and the signals that it sends, a lot of people with MS do take fish oil as well. I also take a vitamin C complex. And the reason I started doing that is because I know that MS is an autoimmune disease. So I figured if I took a vitamin C complex, that may help in some way to keep my immune system stronger than it would be without it. So I do take that every day as well. I think that with the supplements, I'm definitely feeling better. They definitely do make a difference. So I will for sure continue to take them. The diet that I follow is called the Swank diet, and it was created by Dr. Swank over 40 years ago to actually specifically treat his patients who have MS. It's one of the only diets where they actually have studies showing that it can help of those who are living with MS and slow progression. So it was really something that I wanted to start doing for myself, and I've been really happy with it. It's a really great diet, so I'll talk a little bit right now about that. However, I just want to say they said that the patients he treated with the diet, 20 years later, pretty much had no progression of their disease at all. And some people had no relapses. And just keep in mind that these are people who were not on any sort of MS treatment. They were only following this diet. So I think that says a lot about it. And that's really the reason, too, why I wanted to start it. So the main idea of the Swank diet is really low fat. You don't eat any red meat. So you only want to intake about 40 grams of fat per day. You only want to have 15 to 20 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat. You're not supposed to eat red meat or dark meat for the first year. I've actually continued that and haven't had it since I've started the diet about a year and a half ago. I figured if I've gone a year not eating it, then why start now? You really want to try and avoid dairy because dairy can be high in fat. So just substituting things like regular eggs for egg whites. I don't drink milk anymore. I like to put it in my tea, so I just use skim milk because there is no fat in it at all. Avoid things like cheese and things that are high in fat. Also, any processed foods. We all know you shouldn't really be eating processed foods or fast food anyways. So I really try and avoid everything that is processed as well because they are usually really high in fat and really high in sodium, which brings me to sodium. So I only have a maximum of 2,000 milligrams of sodium a day. If you do your research online, the average person should not even be having over 2,400 milligrams of sodium a day. And a lot of people are having over 4,000, which is really bad for you. My specialist even suggested to me cutting out sodium as much as I could from my diet. So I've been doing that from the beginning also. I think overall, following the diet and using the supplementation, I'm really doing wonders for my body. I used to drink a lot of pop before I had MS, eat a lot of fast food, eat a lot of like chips and, stuff that you really shouldn't be eating. And so it's just overall better for me to be cutting these things out. And if it's really helping my MS, then I think that that's something I will continue doing as long as I can. So I just want to say also too, I know that my videos have been a lot of facts about MS and talk a lot about what of my research and what I've learned from others. Moving forward, a lot of my videos are now going to be more just on personal experiences. If I have an experience one week that I want to talk about on Fridays, that's what I'm going to do. So you'll really start to learn a lot more about me and who I am and what I'm actually going through personally with my MS. And I really think that's important for everybody to learn kind of how it takes an effect on your life and how it changes you as a person. So I hope that you all really enjoyed learning a little bit about the Swank diet and the supplements I take. It is a diet that really anybody could do if you want to eat healthier. So if you would like, I would look into it and maybe start following some of the rules with it. It's a really great healthy thing. I also do a little bit of exercise, not too much, just enough to keep my muscles going. So I hope everybody enjoyed today's video and have a great weekend. I will see everybody next Friday.